Unadhani mtoto anavuta bangi kama nini?
Jana by around 6, I was just in my house, and then I came out of the house, just outside my gate to see what was happening. And then we were standing with my wife, my children, and some of my neighbors were ladies. So all of a sudden, I saw some boys running past where we were, and then following them was a guy on a civilian who was putting on a brown draft shirt, coming after those boys. Then when he reached where we were, he just looked at us, took outside a gun and pointed at me. All of a sudden I just had a spot on my chest and fell down. On looking on my arm, I just saw blood spurting out, and then he just left like that going. That is how I was hit by that man with a gun, and he was putting on a civilian. I'm a medic, I'm a clinical officer based in Korea West. As of yesterday I was off duty, I was just in the house. That is when that thing actually happened to me. He had a gun, he removed it from the jacket and then brandished on me. So when I was surprised, why is this guy brandishing a gun on me, I just had a spot on my chest and fell down. And then the women who were around with me, who were storing with, ran away. So on looking on my arm, I was profusely bleeding. That is when I decided to remove my shirt, tie my arm so that I could not lose a lot of blood. And he just left like that after shooting me. During the day I was just in the house watching. I was in the house watching from morning up to around 6. So at that time 6, when I came out of the house, just outside my gate, standing on my gate, that is when that situation happened. When I came out of the house, I was with my daughter and a neighbor's daughter, because that neighbor's daughter likes to stay with my daughter. So we were standing outside there. All of a sudden, some women who are neighbors came around, and we were now discussing the issue of this gun, mandamano and everything. So all of a sudden, these boys came running from the road, from the main road, because where I stay from the main road to where I stay is around 80 meters. So these boys came running and they passed us. And this guy was also coming running also. I thought he was just a civilian who was running away from the police. All of a sudden, he came, stood, looked at me, brandished out the gun and shot me. And then he left like that when I fell down there. Okay, when I was brought to the hospital, I was actually attended very fast by the doctors who were around, with the leading doctor, Dr. Tio and Dr. Nida. They did it very fast, but I had some difficulty in breathing. So they saw that I had some internal bleeding that was affecting the lungs. So they had to insert for me a chest tube to drain those fluids so that I could be stable in terms of breathing and management. So is when today they said that today in the morning they were supposed to take me for a CT scan to site where the bullet is lodged so that a procedure can follow.
Nilipata hapo Migori TTC. Wakati nikirudi nyumbani nilipata ilinishika. Vijana walikuwa maandamano, wakanipeleka life care, nikafanyiwa first aid, wakanibeba wakanileta hapa hospitali. Nikashona sasa naenda kufanyiwa scan. By the time jana nilikuja kuvisit auntie yangu, so ilifika saa kurudi nyumbani. So by the time on my way going back at home, ndio watu walikuwa kwa barabara walikuwa maandamano. So nilikuwa najaribu kupita kwa hiyo nini TTC hapo. Nikashtukia kitu imenipiga hivi. Moto ikaanguka. Na mabishi zangu nilikuwa na walikuwa hapo karibu, wakanibeba wakanipeleka livestock life care, alafu ndo nikafanyia first aid, ndo nikaletwa hapa na ambulance, nikarishona, ndo niko hapa hospitali. Siku vile nipiga nikasikia kadamu inatoka na damu moto, so au nao wakachukua pepa ya mattress wakanifungia, ndo wakanipeleka hapo life care.
Kijana wangu alikuwa shule, alienda shule asubuhi, alitoka shule saa 9. Saa 9 mtoto vile alikuja, nikamuuliza mbona mmetolewa mapema? Akaniambia tumetolewa mapema kulingana hakuna masomo, watu wa maandamano wamekuja shuleni, wakarusha mawe, walimu wakashikwa na uoga, wakatoa watoto shuleni. Baadaye mtoto vile alikuja, nikamwambia sasa basi nipitia hapa kwa nini hapa njia ya chini, usiende kwa barabara, usiende kwa lami, mpite hapa chini, muende kwa aunti yenu, kuna kenye nilikuwa nimemtuma. Baadaye after hiyo, koza alitoka nyumbani saa 10 ilikuwa saa 10. After hiyo napigiwa simu saa 2 ati mtoto amepigwa risasi na hakukuwa maandamano. Nimeshindwa, nimepigwa na shock kulingana hata vile mimi mwenyewe nitoka Narok, nimekuja hapa nyumbani nisisikii vizuri. Watu serikali aingie katikati, mpaka wenye wako maandamano watoto wa shule wanapigwa risasi.
Yesterday we received 12 patients from the demonstration, those who sustained soft tissue injury and gunshot. So among the 12 patients we received yesterday, 5 of them were gunshot and 7 of them sustained soft tissue injury. So soft tissue injury patients due to demonstration were treated and decided home, and 2 were admitted in the ward. Those who are admitted in the ward, we have got Ken Omondi, 35 years old. Gunshot at the left side of the ankle shoulder, which the bullet still lodged, and the patient was taken for X-ray, which was done, and actually shows that the lodging of the bullet, and again further doing the CT scan to ascertain the location of the bullet lodged. So the patient is still in the ward, continue the treatment under still water drainage. The other one is Vincent, also 28 years old, also have a sustained gunshot on the left side of the thoracic areas. Was taken to X-ray yesterday in theater, and actually the exploration was done, and still back in the ward, and the person is recovering well in the ward. Medication is going on well. So our nurses and doctors in the Migori County Referral Hospital are working 24 hours to ensure the life is maintained, the life is secured well.